Is this Jack reincarnated in Warsaw, Poland? Certainly looks like him. A little bit more chocolatey than, or darker than our Jack. But quite close. He's come for some tucker. Look, he's even got those back legs that do the same thing. Where you going, boy? Thursday morning on the very clean Warsaw subway. Down in the old town now of Warsaw, which of course has all been restored since the battle in 1944, the uprising of Warsaw, which this memorial commemorates. Across the road from the War Memorial, got some sort of army ceremony going on. Just not quite sure what it's all about, but people are going in with wreaths. Perhaps someone's died. This is the Dominica Church on Freta Street, which was used as a hospital during the uprising. A lot of people were killed here when the Germans burned the building, so what we're seeing in front of us is actually a restoration, and they've never been able to exhume the bodies, so they laid a new floor in the church over the bodies which are down below. Make it all a bit skewed. This is the old town square in Warsaw. And remember, all of this was destroyed in 1944 by the Germans after the uprising failed, and has faithfully, apparently been rebuilt. I just noticed on one of the buildings as we were coming into the square the date 1954, so I guess a lot of it was done sort of immediately after the Second World War to put it back to what it is, or what it used to be like, and what we see now. We're inside St Anne's Cathedral. And of course, like the rest of the old town, has been restored since the 1950s. It's the Royal Palace. Now, the square we were looking at before wasn't the old town square. We're actually in it now. And this is a much bigger square, and should have realised that at the time. This is the Palace of Culture, built by the Soviets in 1952. More modern architecture, Marriott Hotel. Another building a little further away called Orca. In Posner Street, and this is one of the old buildings from the ghetto days, still standing in its original form. The contrast there between an old apartment building and a more modern glass structure next door. It's probably more of an office building. The sort of chute that goes up the outside on a ring looks to be an elevator. And another look at this rather ugly building from 1952, given to the city and given to Poland by the Soviets. Tell us of culture. A building similar to this in Russia, in Moscow, that we saw. Apparently it was designed on those buildings. Nothing like it. Fresh Polish strawberries. So many we can't eat them all in one go. And a not too bad bottle of Bulgarian semi-dry wine known as Kot. It's got a little inscription on it. Cats do not go for a walk to get somewhere, but to explore. Very meaningful, I'm sure. Anyway, bon appetit.